This is the Wally Show podcast. To hear the live version, check us out each weekday morning through the WayFM app or at our website, wayfm.com/Wally.
The Wally Show podcast is brought to you by Colorado Christian University Online, where Wally teaches and where you can earn a degree online just like Betty Rock. You can learn more at ccu.edu/Wally. This podcast is also brought to you by United Faith Mortgage. Let their direct lender advantage save you time and money.
Uplifting WayFM.
If you're not careful, you might just learn something today.
Hi there. Is there a project you're working on? I know more than you. All right.
It's the Wally Show.
I'm constantly having to find myself going to Google to help me spell a word. I'm horrible at spelling. I mean, I can't do it to save my life.
Like restaurant. If you asked her to spell restaurant right now, she would not be able to do it. I don't think I could either.
Do it. Oh, no.
No. I want to leave that to the professionals.
Okay.
It turns out I'm not alone. A lot of people do this as well. They go to Google, they put in the word that they can't spell, and it pops up like, did you mean blah, 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 blah. Well, Google, it happens so much that Google put out a list of the top searched words they've seen people need help spelling. So I'm going to give you a couple of words. I'm going to give you four.
No. Okay, because I'm so bad at this too. Okay, go.
First one is bougie.
Oh, I use the term all the time. Is it BOUGIE?
Oh, I think he's right.
That is correct.
Yes!
Wow.
Okay, yeah.
All right, what about maintenance?
Oh, no.
And now this is the tricky one. It's MAINT. Now this is where is it made 10 like EN ants? I think it's ENANCE. Made 10 ants.
Wait, say that one more time.
MAINTENANCE.
That is right.
Nice.
Oh, look at you.
I'm killing this today.
What about receipt?
Oh, this one I know because I call it. I say it differently in my head. REC. Then this is the I before E rule, except after C, RECEIPT. I call it receipt.
Wow, look at you go. Okay, the number one misspelled word that we need help with is restaurant.
Oh, it is. See, this one I can't. I'm completely out.
Try.
RES, rest. AU, rest, our RANT.
Yeah.
Is that right? Rest, Rurant.
Rest our
Spell it one more time.
RESTAURANT.
Yes.
Oh my goodness!
What in the world?
I just clean sweep that.
You might not need Google.
No, don't ask me camouflage though. That's a weird one. I can't spell that. Well, there you go. If you are as surprised as I am today, I'm going to be spelling. I'm going to write an email today that includes all of these words.
Oh, geez.
Just to prove I can do it again. Uplifting WayFM. This is the Wally Show, and Betty always says I have a flair for the dramatic.
Yes, because just now, Gavin was handing you the show sheet for today.
Yeah.
And you didn't want the printed version. You want the original version.
It has color on it.
Yeah, I like the color. I don't like the copied version. The copied version is for Gavin.
Did you hear yourself?
Well, I didn't freak out about it. I mean,
Well.
yes, I paper cutted him, but that was the right response.
But
Absolutely the
your
right
reaction
response.
was like instantaneous. It wasn't like a couple minutes later.
No,
Like,
no.
You just like know.
I know. I know what I like, know what I don't like, and this is how I do life.
You're dramatic about it.
I am dramatic. I'm very dramatic, and I admit that. I live in that. I love it, actually.
Am I the drama?
Drama. It's one of my favorite things about me is how I can overreact at nothing in a split second.
In a split second. It's true. I've seen it. I've thought, oh, he's in a great mood.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, someone will mention
Yeah.
peanuts, and
Yeah.
now you're just mad.
Yeah, it's crazy. And like sometimes I'll do things in that overreaction that like actually cost me. Like I've thrown things before.
Oh, yeah.
And broken
and blamed
stuff.
me for them.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
I do
One
remember
time
that.
you got mad about something.
I kicked the
slammed-
door.
You kicked the door,
Yeah.
and then you made me believe that I had done it.
Because it broke the bottom part of the door, and then I just kind of put it back on with screws, like very basically.
evil.
And then Betty closed the door. I'm like, what did you do?
So evil.
There was a mom that I totally get. She was at her son's wrestling contest, and apparently, like, it was like a big deal for NCAA. And she used to be like on like an Olympic judo team, so she's super competitive. Well, her son loses.
Yes, and she lost it. She's in the stands. She's watching, and when he loses, she takes her glasses off her face and crumbles them like a piece of
Yeah.
paper. And everyone around her is watching like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's like a crazy person move. Like, I would never do that. Like,
Or an invested, dramatic mom.
Yeah, like that's next level. Like when you are so mad you can't see anything but to destroy your own glasses from your face.
And those are not cheap.
Yeah. I guess the other thing, though, too, is like if you think about this, it's not like she pushed anybody, punched anybody. You know, she had so much frustration and rage that she just took it out on herself.
That's
you know?
true.
So
It could
that's
have been
a good
worse.
thing. Yeah. So yeah, it could have been worse. So we are curious. Okay, what was a time that your overreaction cost you? I remember we were playing Nintendo with my brother-in-law years ago. We used to live together in college, and this is before I got married to my wife. And so we were playing Nintendo, and he had a really wicked temper. And I beat him, and he got so mad he kicked the door of the entertainment center and shot it flying through the house and hit the wall and put it stuck in the wall.
What is
Score.
Yeah.
No,
Wow.
that is not normal.
I know. It cost him. He had to get fix the entertainment center and the wall, you know. So
Wow.
there you go. That's what we're looking for. What is the time your overreaction cost you? Okay, 855-33-WAY-FM is the number. It's 855-33-WAY-FM. We'll take yours right now. What was your time there, Reagan?
So I was actually locked out of my house, and instead of using a brick to bust the window, I used my knife in my hand, and I split my hand open, severed my nerve, severed all my tendons, and I had to have surgery.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Because you were that angry about locking yourself out of the home?
Well, actually, my roommate, she drank a little too much, and she locked me out, and I couldn't get in.
Remember that thing I said earlier about, Reagan sounds like so sweet and normal. I might have to rescind that.
Right. How much did that end up costing you, Reagan, with the surgery and everything?
Well, I actually had really good insurance through work, so it didn't cost me anything.
Oh. Well, the good news is that Reagan's learned nothing, I think. What is the time that your overreaction cost you?
So not me, but my husband. It was a long time ago, and we were getting into an argument. We shared a car at the time, and so at the height of this argument, I went downstairs, got in the car, and I was going to just drive off. And so he chases after me, jumps on the hood of the car, and I still go. Like, I drive all the way down, like a mile down. Out of the way. It's freezing cold outside, and I finally come to a stop, and he jumps off the hood of the car, and I have to call the police and ask them to bring him back home because it was so cold.
Oh!
Did he dent the hood?
No, he was holding on to the very edges.
For dear life.
Well, he learned a lesson that he can't stop you. If you decide to drive off, jumping on the hood isn't going to stop you.
I am curious, two things. One, are you still together?
Yes, so today is actually our first anniversary.
First anniversary, okay. And two, have you learned to constructively argue?
Yes, in those moments where it gets very heated, we've learned to just walk away and breathe and then come back to it later.
Well, there you go.
That's
okay.
very healthy.
At least you learned something
Yeah,
there.
someone's not falling off a car.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
that's
amen.
good. Hashtag relationship goals. You nailed it.
This is exactly what I don't want. The drama. I don't want the drama.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show. Yesterday, Gavin and I went out on a golf outing. We did invite Betty Rock, who turned us down.
Yep.
Yeah, golf is not my thing. Sports in general are really not my thing. I didn't care.
Well, it turns out we were like, hey, you could drive the cart. And as it turns out, we went to a tiny little par 3 course. There are no carts. And
you could walk to each one.
You had to walk to each one. And Gavin has a bag that it's designed you can carry it. My bag is really old. It was my dad's and always falls off me. Mm-hmm. And so fortunately, they had an old man pull cart that you could put your thing on and you push this cart. Yeah.
Wow.
It was cute.
Yeah. Hey, don't say that. You lost. You lost to a guy with a pull cart. So we go out and we play. And I know, Betty Rock, you're going to find this hard to believe. I was not my typical self.
What do you mean?
I was kind. I was not talking a ton of smack. Normally I do that.
Yeah, for sure. But I think if you're winning, then you're going to stay kind. But
Yeah.
if it goes
Not
towards
necessarily for
Gavin's
me.
way and he's winning, you're going to get ugly.
Well, I was a gracious winner. I did win.
No.
It came down to the last 2 holes, so he could have won it.
You did way better, or
No, I wouldn't say way
It
better.
was even-ish.
Yeah. I mean, he had a couple rough shots, but
I
then
did.
so
Oh, my
did I.
goodness.
But Gavin, did he have some rough shots?
He had some rough shots, but he was far more accurate than I was, and a lot of my shots went towards like parking lots and other
He almost
holes.
killed a guy driving one of the machinery.
It was
yeah.
ugly. I'm glad I didn't hit a car
Yeah.
yesterday. That was a win for me.
The one that went towards the guy like on a mower thing with no cage around him. In golf, you're supposed to yell 4 if you think you're going to hit somebody, so they know to look. I don't even know where 4 comes from, but you yell 4. But when you do it, when you hit it, and you're like, you're not sure if it's going to hit somebody, and you don't want to be that guy that's yelling 4, you kind of do it sheepishly. You're like, 4. Like, that's
which
what Gavin
does no
did.
good.
Yeah, I know. That's what Gavin did. 4.
But in my defense, it went like 50 yards to the right, and my first instinct was to look straight.
Yeah.
And when it was like a last, I'm that guy's. Oh,
Yeah.
4. Oh.
Almost killed him.
He's okay.
I posted a bunch of the video in our stories on Instagram.
Yeah, if you go to Instagram, just search Wally Show, you can find them there.
I wasn't sure how I was going to play because I was not settled with my outfit yesterday because it wasn't skinny jeans or joggers. There was more volume at the cuff of my ankle, which I do not like. But when I saw the videos, I was like, oh, I look like a golfer. Okay, this isn't bad. And Gavin looked fabulous, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it was really great.
At least I had that.
It is kind of funny, though. Like, I did want to get in his head because he's been playing golf like every week or so. I haven't played in a year and a half. And so I wanted to get in his head. And the only thing I could remember was that scene from Happy Gilmore where Happy is being taught by, Chubbs to...
Oh, who lost his hand to the alligator.
To the alligator, how to relax and hit the ball.
Work with me. It's all in the head. Yeah, it's all in the hips. It's all in the hips. Get off of me. You're just easing the tension, baby.
So there is a video of Gavin getting ready to hit the ball. I go, hold on a second. And I go up and I get behind Gavin and I grab his hips and I have Gavin holding the phone and I'm like, it's all in the hips. And I'm wiggling him. And so then I'm like, okay, go ahead and hit it. He hit the ball 90 degrees. You're supposed to hit it straight in front of you.
Yeah.
He hit it 90 degrees to the other fairway. He was so rattled.
You did, and I was just like, man, I better swing these hips. And I swung them too wide.
It was so great. So in the end of the day, we had a fun time. You should have gone with us, Rock. The invitation is
Next
always
time.
there. Next time.
Sure, next time.
Okay,
Yeah,
she's too cool for us, Gavin. In my family, we kind of have a motto, and it's finish strong. And I wanted to instill the idea in my daughter from a young age that it's easy to start something, but it's harder to see it through to the end.
But when you do, it feels so good. I started and finished 2 degrees at Colorado Christian University, and I'm so glad I did.
So why not start your degree in 2023 so you can do more in 2024?
Some of CCU's degrees can be completed in a little over a year. Like in the healthcare industry, you can finish your RN to BSN online nursing program with 9 courses in as little as 14 months without changing your work schedule.
Plus, if you started somewhere else and have not finished yet, make this your year to get it done. CCU has a generous policy for transferring credits from other colleges. In fact, you can even get a scholarship for transferring credits.
So don't put it off another day, because when 2024 rolls around, you could be finishing up a degree or wishing you had started in 2023.
Colorado Christian University is a nonprofit impact partner committed to cultivating the mind without compromising the heart.
Uplifting Way FM.
If you're a little sluggish in the morning, then News-ish is your speed.
You burned your foot on a Foreman grill.
I like waking up to the smell of bacon. Sue me.
It's The Wally Show.
So there's something very cryptic going on with Blockbuster, okay?
Blockbuster isn't a thing anymore.
I know. Well, they have one store in Oregon for some reason. There's one holdout. But ever since they filed for bankruptcy, oh, gee, what was it? Like 10 years ago or something like that. Well, actually, more than that. It was in the 90s, actually. They have gone dark on their website, but their website is creeping back to life.
What?
What? I know.
Come on now.
That's what's really crazy.
Yes?
Is that on their website, if you go to it, you get a message that says, we are working on rewinding your movie.
No.
If you go to it on your phone, it says, please be kind, rewind.
No.
Because that was what they always told you.
Yeah.
Like when you always had to make sure when you returned a VHS video, because remember they didn't have DVDs at first; it was all VHS, and you would return it and say, "Please be kind, rewind." If you didn't rewind it, they'd charge you $1.
Oh, I thought it was $2.
It might have gone up. It started off as $1. Exactly. But Blockbuster was one of those things that, man, when you went to it as a kid on Friday nights, it was the best.
So good.
I loved it, going up and down the rows, and you got to pick like all these cartoons. It was so much fun.
And you didn't know what movie you were going to get because what was going to be in. You went there wanting one movie, but if it wasn't there, you didn't get what you want. You had to learn that about life. You don't always get what you want. Like streaming, it's like, oh, I'll just watch this.
That's very true. I also remember one time I was going to have a week off from school, or a couple of days. And so my parents took me to the local Blockbuster, and I got to choose multiple movies.
Yeah.
And that was amazing.
Yeah, it's so good. And so Blockbuster went away, and then like Netflix started, and Redbox, and all these other things. And so there is, according to the website, Blockbuster is owned by Dish Network. So I guess Dish Network bought their rights.
Okay.
So theoretically, could this mean that Dish Network, even though they're kind of like cable, are going to do a streaming service called Blockbuster to compete with Netflix, which would be fascinating.
What would be the difference between Blockbuster streaming and Netflix?
Absolutely nothing.
No, not a
It would
chance.
be the same thing.
Probably.
But it's just a brand. You have brand loyalty.
I see. It could be nostalgic as well.
Correct.
And too, there are multiple times where it's like, oh, I remember that movie. I want to see it. And it's not available on any streaming service, or you have to buy it for like $20. I'm like, I don't want to buy it. I just want to rent it. Where is Blockbuster?
I know. See, I think the nostalgia of it could actually be a good thing for them. There's so much speculation though going around, and not all of it is valid. Like I watched one person, I saw one post saying that Ryan Reynolds might somehow be involved with his company because he just sold his Mint Mobile for $1.3 billion.
Woo!
And so he's a good businessman. So like, is he going to be involved with Blockbuster? If it's Blockbuster and Ryan Reynolds, and all you can watch is Ryan Reynolds movies, I am in.
Oh, I know you're in. You're one of his biggest fans.
Oh, I'll get that streaming service. It's all Ryan Reynolds, 24/7, 365. I sign me up. I don't care how much it is per month. I'm in.
Okay, wow.
So hopefully it's not that, because they'll have me. I'll pay everything.
For sure.
Yeah, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if something comes of this, though, and we'll keep an eye on it.
There's no like update on like when it's going to happen?
It's all cryptic, man. You have no idea.
Okay.
So it could just be them playing with us, too. Like,
No,
they just
don't
know we
do
get
that.
worked up. I know. We'll see.
We've never claimed he was the brightest bulb.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
It's the Wally Show with Smarter Than a Jock.
All right, this is your chance to win a prize here if you can get past the veritable steel trap that is my brain.
No, you're overselling it big time.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good today. Earlier, you had me spell things. I spelled them all right.
That is true.
I'm on fire.
That was a miracle in itself. But yeah, believe it or not, maybe you didn't know this about Wally. He was, or is?
I was, yeah. I taught.
You were a CCU, a Colorado Christian University teacher.
Yeah, I used to teach
A college teacher.
I know.
You would think that they would want like the best of the best.
They did, and they got it. And they got it with me.
And they got it.
I had to go through a lot of interviews to get that job, too. It wasn't like they just gave it to me because I worked here. Like, I had to meet with a bunch of different people, show my credentials, show I could prove I could teach a class. I have a master's degree. Like, I know people don't assume that. I know. I just play dumb on the radio.
It's shocking.
Well,
and also, yeah, that's me too, because I'm a double major.
That's true.
I'm a double major at Colorado Christian University. So, I mean, we're working with some bright
Betty
people
can go
here.
there and I can teach there, you could do this. So we're gonna play a little game here. Yeah, it's a great university, and Betty Rock double majored and crushed it. And I do see her using that every day here in some fashion. Actually,
Yeah,
her
for sure.
psychology degree for sure. She's talked me off so many ledges. It's crazy.
But what I like to do is kind of put Wally in his place.
Sure.
We like to play Smarter Than a Jock, and this is where I have 3 questions where the name is your buzzer.
Okay.
And so these are questions based on things that you should know. I mean, I would think as CCU
an adult,
professor.
yeah, I know. Yeah, this is going to be embarrassing for me. I can
there
feel
are
it.
times where we've thought, wow, that was embarrassing.
And there's nothing that we taught, okay? These are things that as an adult you probably should know, but you're like, oh boy, is the world flat? I can't remember that from school.
Who was the first president?
Exactly. Like those things that you're like, I know this. And then you're like, oh, wait, I don't know this.
Well, the categories are going to be about sports.
Oh, no.
Math.
Oh, no.
And presidents.
Oh, for the love. Like you picked like my 3 kryptonites. I have many, but those are like some of the top 3.
Well, if
Geography. Why'd you throw in a geography question, too, and just totally hose me?
Well, that's true. I should have.
All right. 855-33-WAY-FM. So I was feeling really good a minute ago. I'm not feeling as good right now about this. So maybe your chances of winning me when I heard the categories has just gone up. Maybe your chance of beating me has just gone up. 855-33-WAY-FM. If you want to play along, we'll play Smarter Than a Jock, brought to you by Colorado Christian University right now. 855-33-WAY-FM.
We've never claimed he was the brightest bulb.
At no point were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought.
It's The Wally Show with Smarter Than a Jock.
Uplifting Way FM. This is The Wally Show. Michelle, welcome to Smarter Than a Jock, brought to you by Colorado Christian University, where Betty Rock is a graduate and an alumni with 2 degrees. She'll be asking the questions around here, and all you have to do is prove that you are smarter than a jock by getting more right than me. Betty Rock, are we doing Name Is Your Buzzer?
Yes, name is your buzzer. So, Michelle, if I ask a question and you think you know the answer, what do you say?
Michelle.
There you go.
Exactly.
You're well on your way.
Also, keep in mind that I'm going to give you multiple choice, but if you don't want to wait for the multiple choice, you could beat your opponent and yell your name first, and maybe you'll get it right.
But if you miss it, the opponent gets the multiple choice.
Yes.
So here we go. Question number 1.
First question is based on sports. Who was the only person in NBA history to be named Most Valuable Player, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year?
Wally.
Okay.
I'm going with no choices on this.
That's bold.
Because when you said player and coach, I believe Magic Johnson actually coached for the Lakers. He was definitely a great player. I'm going Magic Johnson, final answer.
That is incorrect.
No! Nuts!
So, Michelle, you get multiple choice. First, you can choose from Michael Jordan, Larry Bird, Bill Russell, or Phil Jackson.
Oh, I know it.
I'm going to say Larry Bird.
Nope.
That is correct.
Yep, that's right. I would have still missed it even with the choices. Well, Michelle, nicely done. All right, that's only one, though. Hey, don't get too cocky here. Next question, Rob.
All right. Next question is a math question. Remember, name is your buzzer.
Wally. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, here's the question. What is the net prime number following the number 7?
Net prime number. Oh, wow.
Yes?
9.
That is incorrect.
Okay, so now I get choices.
Okay. Is it 8,
Okay.
9, 10, or 11?
Okay, now a prime number I thought was one that was only divisible by itself.
Talk it through.
Which would be 11, because 10 can be 5 times 2. I'm going to go 11.
11 is correct.
Yes! I got a math question right. Oh, my gosh. Oh,
Good
my
job.
goodness. Miss Borders would be so proud of me right now. Oh, my goodness. All right, it comes down to this.
That's right. We're tied. So whoever gets this last question wins the prize. This one is a presidential question, okay?
Well, congratulations, Michelle. I'd like to just tell you that for your victory here.
All right, here it is. Remember, name is your buzzer. In 1977,
Okay.
Jimmy Carter was elected as president of the United States. But which president preceded him?
I know it.
Do you want multiple choice?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do multiple choice. Was it A, Richard Nixon, B, Gerald Ford,
Wally.
C...
I was on the fence. I thought it was Ford. But then Ford might have been after him. Oh, boy. I'm going Ford.
Ford is correct.
Yes!
Oh,
Yay!
I in my soul, I thought it was Ford. But I was also thought it was Nixon. But I'm like, no, it's got to be
You
Ford.
can't take any pride in this because the first question you would have gotten wrong twice.
Yeah, but I got the next 2 right. I kind of can take pride in this because I.
You did. You did.
You know, this is what I love about Michelle. I was about to say because I trounced Michelle, but she's been so nice. Like I get it right. She's like, yay! Michelle, you are a delight, and for your good sportsmanship, we are still going to send you a prize because you're amazing.
Way to go, Michelle.
Well, thank you. I love your all show.
Oh, well, that's awesome. Hey, thanks for playing Smarter Than a Jock, brought to you by Colorado Christian University.
Thank you so much.
Uplifting Way FM, this is the Wally Show. From time to time, we do the scoop to help you out with little things that can make your life a little bit better. And today we have a little experiment. Betty Rock found a scoop, and then I am the test subject on this. And I'm not happy about it. I'll be honest with you, because I don't think it's going to work.
Well, I think a lot of parents have found themselves in this situation, and maybe grown men like Wally as well. You have to have a Band-Aid for a little cut. But when you put it on a piece of your body that's rather hairy, it can be difficult to take it off because it hurts.
Yeah, and my daughter, when she would put Band-Aids on as a kid, would leave them on like for weeks because she was so afraid of tearing them off. And then finally I pulled a horrible dad move. I'm like, let me just see it. Let me see it. You're going to pull it off. I'm not going to pull it off. Let me just see it. You're going to pull it off. Let me just see it. Rip.
That's so mean.
And it didn't hurt her.
And
but
you wonder why she has trust issues.
I couldn't tell you. Could not tell you.
Well, anyways, I found the scoop on how to remove a Band-Aid without it hurting. Okay? So this was on TikTok. You can learn a lot on TikTok. They say when you pull a tab at one end of the strip, it slowly stretches the Band-Aid, making it just fall off, okay?
Yeah, just fall off, just like nothing.
We watched some videos of people doing it, and it does work. So we've used 2 Band-Aids, okay? One on the very hairy part of Wally's arm.
I don't like that one.
And the other on the more under arm
I'm going
area.
to try the inside of my arm first, because they say it's like pulling a command strip where you lift up the end of it and then pull it up, and then that way it should not hurt.
But don't pull it up. You pull with your skin.
With my skin, right.
Right. So pull up a tab.
Right, I'm going to pull up the tab.
Pull with the skin.
I'm going to do it just like the command strip. And this is the non-hairy part of my arm, okay? So then... Oh, that is amazing!
Did it work?
Didn't feel a thing because the Band-Aid stretched like a command strip.
Right.
That was amazing.
But that was the unhairy part of your arm.
Done.
No,
we're done. That worked.
Try the other one. Try the other one.
I might have to leave this on like my daughter left hers on because I'm not looking forward to this.
You want me to do it for you?
No, I don't, because you'll just rip it. You want to hurt me. All right.
Okay,
so I'm going to try the same thing, and then I'm going to pull it away from my skin. Even just pulling the little top part away from my skin hurts because of the hair.
Pull with the skin, okay?
I don't want to
Pull
now.
with the skin.
I don't want to. It hurts so bad, Rock.
1, 2,
come on,
3. Okay,
that did not work at
all. It didn't work as well as we thought.
Yeah, if like there's nothing.
Did you do it right? Let's try it again.
No, I did it perfectly. There's nothing that will keep a Band-Aid from hurting if you have it on the hair of your body, without a doubt. So the other part, fine, use that scoop. If you're gonna put it on your regular skin with hair, shave first. Absolutely.
Or if you're just more of a manly man, it can take a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
Maybe this scoop will work.
I don't think any man could take that kind of pain.
Okay.
I'm lucky to be alive right now, honestly. I mean, you women complain about childbirth. Have you ever had a Band-Aid on a hairy arm? I don't think you have. Uplifting Way FM, this is The Wally Show. Brittany, how are you today?
I am good. How are you?
Good. What's going on?
Just have a little suggestion on the Band-Aid situation.
Okay, because we just did a scoop where we tested something on TikTok about how to remove a Band-Aid, and they say to pull it like a command strip to stretch it, but I'm sorry, on a hairy arm, it still hurt.
Well, we tell our patients at work that if you heat up a wet rag or warm water and leave it on there for a few minutes, it heats that adhesive, so it's easier to come off and it don't hurt as much.
Really? Okay, that's a great tip.
Let me ask, do you work in a pediatric center?
Because I cried like a child. Oh, great. Betty has the audio.
1, 2,
come on,
3.
I'm sorry, it hurt, okay? Like, it hurt. I have a hairy arm.
I have 2 children and 1 on the way.
Okay, that's a good thing because I know my daughter, taking Band-Aids off of her was traumatic. Like, she was so dramatic about it. But, putting, a warm... And I know where she gets it because I was dramatic a minute ago, too. But the warm paper towel is a great idea. I love that idea. That might help somebody out today for sure.
Yes, it is amazing. I do it with my 5-year-old daughter.
She does that for her 5-year-old daughter.
Or her 55-year-old husband. That could happen, too. Well, Brittany, thank you for the tip today. That's a scoop we could use. Betty Rock's, I think, was just designed to hurt me. There was no scoop, was there, Rock?
I'll never forget taking my first compassion trip, and we went to Ghana, Africa. When we got there to the site, there was this little girl. She was 6 years old. I later found out her name was Vivian, and she would not let go of my hand. She followed me everywhere I went on that site. And later I got to meet her family. I met her mother and her siblings, and they all lived in this little mud hut. I mean, it wasn't big at all. And when I looked at Vivian, she had the biggest smile on her face, and she was just happy to be there, just happy to be with us. And it made such an impact in my life that I wanted to sponsor her right then and there. Because of my sponsorship for Vivian through Compassion, I'm able to write letters back and forth with her. I'm now getting updated photos, and now I think she's even taller than me, which is crazy to think. But I'm also able to see how my sponsorship is providing the food, clean water, and other support that she needs and her family needs to live the best life possible. And I can only imagine now with the pandemic, war, and weather disasters, there are so many other families like Vivian's who are dealing with hunger. So maybe you want to make an impact and sponsor your own Vivian. Just click the Compassion banner when you go to wayfm.com.
It's today's Music Insider with Gavin.
TMI, my friends.
One thing we talk about here at WayFM is the power of a song and how it can make a difference in somebody's life. And Micah Tyler, who you might know for his song Different,
I wanna be different. I wanna be changed till all I need.
Yeah, I do love this song still. It's a great song.
Absolutely. He had this story that he posted on his Instagram, a story of a woman who had made decisions in her life and was facing having a kid that she didn't feel that she was ready for, and she had even made an appointment at an abortion clinic when his song Different played a role in changing how things unfolded in her life.
And so she turned on the radio, and my song Different was playing on the radio. Said it made her cry even more, but she didn't know what to do still. But she left the parking lot and she went back home, rescheduled the appointment for the next day. And she said, God, the only way that I'll trust you with this baby is if that song is playing again on the radio. And she turned the radio on, and Different was playing again. Then she showed me a picture of her 4-year-old son, Elijah.
Oh, that's cool.
Wow.
Thank goodness it was in heavy rotation.
Don't ruin this.
No, I'm not.
That's
I'm not.
terrible.
No, I do believe that. I truly do. I believe that God uses, anything and everything to get to people, and he uses radio, and he uses, like stations like WayFM every day, because people make deals with God. They're searching for God. They're like, God, if you do this, then this. And God does reveal himself to people, and I don't think that's a coincidence at all. I don't think that's because it was in heavy rotation. She happened to land on it at that moment. And I think that was an appointment with her and God, and it worked.
Well, and I'm sure that meant a lot to Micah as well, because, you want to feel like you're making a difference in someone's life, and there he really is, and that's an awesome story.
Yeah, I love that she showed him the picture of her son now. Like, that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, like to know that you had that type of an effect and that impact, that God used you in that moment.
In saving a life.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, there you go. That's going to do it for your TMI. Thank you, Gavin.
And now for some good news.
Uplifting Way FM. This here is the Wally Show. A little good news. Giddy up. 3 rapid-fire good news stories designed to make you feel better, because the regular news is a bit of a bummer. We're going to start things off with the lovely, melodious Lady Rock.
Well, I consider this my 2-week notice. New Mexico's Wildlife Department posted a job listing for people willing to cuddle adorable baby bears.
You've always wanted to do that.
That is like my heaven.
I've always encouraged you to do that in the wild.
Their wildlife officers go and check on baby bears in the winter while their mother is hibernating.
Wow.
They posted photos. I saw one. It is just a little baby.
That seems like one of the most dangerous jobs in the world.
Yeah. Because if they try and maul you, it's just a little scratch.
Yeah, but
it's
if Mama wakes up, a whole nother ball.
They posted photos of their team in action, and they said they're looking to hire more professional bear huggers. So once again, guys, my 2 weeks notice.
It's accepted, whether you get the job or not. All right, Gavin, good news, giddy up, go.
This is good news for anyone seeing a March Madness game in person this month. There's a new study that found that going to live sporting events can boost a fan's mental health as much as landing a new job, apparently.
Oh, really?
I feel like that's great for them, but every time I go, maybe it's because my team always loses. I feel like I'm always stressed.
Yeah, you got to have a better team. That's the secret
Yeah.
to that one. And this is really cool. There's a 29-year-old guy in Maryland named Marcus Moore. He has autism, and he hasn't let him stop him from becoming a successful business owner. He worked at a grocery store for years, but he recently came home and told his dad that he wanted to make enough money to be self-sufficient someday.
Aw.
I love that. He's got goals. He's trying to figure it all out. That's awesome. So his parents helped him start a pretzel business called More Crunch, and now they're in several stores in his area selling them, and you can even buy them online. So
That's
that is
awesome.
awesome, man. Like, I love enabling people to do things for themselves, too,
Yes.
because there's so much pride in that, and you know this guy has to feel so good about what he's accomplishing.
Right.
I love it, and that's why we do Good News Giddy Up right there. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. It's time for a little Snap Judgment. This is where Betty Rock will play two songs, just a little snippet of one, and we'll make our judgment on it. We'll give you our opinions. Then she'll play the hook, and we'll see if our opinions change. We'll do this for two songs, and then one of you that's listening right now will get to decide which song we play in its entirety. And a lot of times, these songs, the winners end up being in our rotation because our music guy listens to Snap Judgment and your opinion. So with that said, Lady Rock, what is song number one?
This first one is called Something Better. You're going to have a hard time figuring out who sings.
Really?
Because it features two well-known Christian artists.
Okay,
that
I
come
always like to
together.
figure it out, you know, but then I don't like that to influence me either.
Right,
That's
you
why
don't wanna
Betty
do
doesn't tell
that.
us.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. This is the snap for Something Better.
Every moment I was sure I wouldn't make it through.
Okay. I can tell there are two people there. I think I know one of them, but I could be wrong. And right now, I'm like, I'm not impressed.
Yeah, to me, there was just them two and a bass guitar player.
Yeah.
And that was it.
There's sometimes when you hear a harmony. I was watching this show the other day, and these two people were harmonizing, and they were so locked in, I almost cried. I got goosebumps.
Wow.
It was that. It was a dumb TV show. But it was that good. Like, music should move your soul.
Right.
That did not stir me. Okay, so I am
So you're out of the
out.
boat.
Betty, you
I'm
out?
out of the boat as well.
Okay, Gavin.
Yeah, it's like I only kind of want to know where it goes
Yeah.
based on that. But
Kind of isn't good enough.
No,
Yeah,
it's not.
exactly. All right, so here comes the hook for Something Better, and we'll see if our opinion changes.
I don't know how, but you take all my pain and you turn it into something better. Ooh, something better. There's not a tear that you let go to waste.
I find it odd that it's called Something Better, but this is worse.
What? You don't like it?
Not at all. They
Oh,
auto-tune all through that. Like the T-Pain auto-tune that's layered in that is horrible.
So you're out.
Oh, I could not be more out.
The hook turned me around. Like I'm all in.
Here's the problem. I know all of these people pretty much in this industry, you know, for years of doing this, and I'm friends with most of them. I don't know who this is. I cannot tell, and it would not change my opinion even if I did. Like, that's how passionate I am on this one.
I really liked it.
Really?
To me, it put me like on the beach, and
Really?
it just seemed like vibes. You know, it was giving like
Okay.
palm tree vibes.
Here's what I'll tell you. I did like that it doesn't sound like every modern worship song that's out
Yeah.
now, so that's good.
It was unique.
Yeah, that's good. I do like that. I like that they tried to go a different direction.
Yeah.
They just ran into a wall.
No, they didn't.
Yeah, okay.
I liked
Gavin?
it.
Yeah, because I envisioned them like belting
Yeah.
this like massive
Yeah.
lyric, and that's what I was like, oh man, I don't want it to be just another belt.
Yeah.
I liked it
Oh,
because it did surprise me. That's why I
Gavin.
liked it.
Okay, all right, but see, that's why we do it. Everybody has a difference of opinion. So Betty and Gavin both in on Something Better. Myself, just barely out. Okay, a lot out. Way out. But we got one more song to go, and so again, you're gonna get to decide if you like that one better than the next one we played. Then you let us know, and who knows, that could make it into the rotation here. Song number one, Betty and Gavin were in on. I was out. And so now that brings us to song number two, which is called What, Lady Rock?
Stronger.
Oh, I like it. It's powerful.
Yeah.
What doesn't kill you makes you
But
stronger.
what if it's a little lullaby?
Oh, I will be so disappointed. I was disappointed in the first song, so why not today? Like, just everything's going to disappoint me.
Let's just play the snap.
Everyone's going to disappoint
Stop.
me.
Keep
Let's
your
just-
hopes up.
Yeah, let's just play the snap of Stronger and see if you like it.
I'm hopeless. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, breathe and let your wonders hide.
What?
Okay, here. Let me tell you what I have a problem with.
Okay, please.
I don't like that it feels like I'm in a pre-K class.
Yes, that's
where
what
it's
it felt like.
1, 2, 3, 4, breathe.
Yeah,
Like that bothers me. But I am hopeful that it's going to go somewhere because I love the beat and I love her voice.
But you've got to be out though for the snap.
No,
you're out.
No,
you're
I
out.
don't.
Because you're like,
because
I don't like it's a pre-K class.
But I do.
You complained.
But I'm ready to. But I am eager enough to know what's going to happen.
But I'm going to take you out on the snap. But it's conditional that you think it's going to go somewhere good.
I
think
do.
That's fair. Okay, Gavin.
No, it felt like I was listening to like Cocomelon for a second there. So
yeah, and I think that's what I liked about it. So I'm actually
please say.
I'm in, and I think it's going to go somewhere good. I don't know. I think it's going to go somewhere good. And mainly because I dislike the first song so much that I want this to be great.
Oh, my word.
Don't force it.
I'm vindictive. I want to punish the first song.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Here's the hook.
God is stronger, love. He is stronger than your fear. Oh, he is stronger than your
I wish, okay, here's the thing. I do like it. I wish it had been a more, like, powerful. It was stronger than your feel. Like just blow it out. Like,
what?
yes.
No.
Yeah, but I still like it. I like it better than the first one, so I'm in on that one.
I feel like you're not. I feel like you're faking this.
Yeah, I feel like you're out on this one too. Like
No.
just saying you're in because you don't like the first one.
That's very true. But I did like it. I like the tone of this one better. I like its approach better. I like You're Stronger Than My Fear. I think the message is great because so many people are so fearful about everything today. So, Lady Rock, where are you at?
Oh, I'm so in. I love it.
Oh, you are? Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's great.
And then Gavin?
No, I'm so far out on this one.
Oh, really?
I don't know why, but I got annoyed because I felt like she was saying stronger, and I felt like she kept g. She put too much emphasis on the g.
Like Betty, say singer.
Singer.
There it is.
Like,
Hard G's.
She was putting a hard G on stronger, which I think does have a strong G in general.
It does actually,
but it was too strong.
Okay, it's a little too much for Gavin. Okay, Gavin. He's very sensitive. All right, so here we go. These are your two choices once again. We'll give you the clips here. This is the hook for Something Better.
I don't know how, but you take all my pain and you turn it into something better.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love it.
And speaking of something better, here's a better song.
God is stronger, love. He is stronger than your fear.
There you go. These
Love
are your
it.
two choices. All right, so Betty Rock, you likes them both, and so really you can't go wrong. But you make the decision right now. 855-33-WAY-FM. Which song do we play more of? Which one do you want to hear on Way FM? We'll take yours now. 855-33-WAY-FM. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. Isabella, welcome to Snap Judgment. Now, you've heard the hooks of the two songs. You have to make a decision. Which of these two songs do you want to hear more of on Way FM? Is it song number 1, Something Better, or song number 2, Stronger?
I think I would really like to hear song number 1, Something Better.
No, killing me.
No, it's a great song. I think that's a great choice, Isabella. Why did you pick that one?
Because she hates me. Because I was so far out on this song.
Everything is about you, Wally.
I love you. I love you. I just, from the hook, I could tell that song is actually gonna speak to me. It's gonna apply to my life right now, and I think that is something. If I need to hear it, then a lot of people need to hear it.
You know, that is the one thing, regardless of how something sounds sonically, you know, because we all have different tastes in music, lyrically is what's vital in what we do and what we play, and I'm glad that it resonated with you on that level. What was the song she passed on, the good one?
Well, you passed on Stronger by Ellie Holcomb.
Oh, okay.
Now, do you have any guesses on who sings Something Better?
It kind of sounded a little bit like Torrin Wells.
You have a really good ear. It was Torrin Wells, but who is he singing with?
Well, it's Blanca from Group 1 Crew. So it's her song, and it's featuring Torrin Wells.
Well, you know what, Isabella? The only thing that matters, regardless of how I feel, is what you think and that you want to hear this song more. So why don't you do me a favor? Why don't you play DJ, because I just can't bring myself to introduce it, and introduce the song for us for Snap Judgment.
Awesome. This is Something Better by Blanca featuring Torrin Wells on Way FM.
It's been a couple years, I've been on my own. Now I know that I'm not alone. You're giving me a reason to carry on, yeah. Yeah, everything is different nowadays. I lost a few ones along the way. I had to learn to trust it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Betty Rock, does the name Lonnie Frisbee mean anything to you?
Not really.
Well, it didn't to me either until I saw the new Erwin Brothers film, Jesus Revolution. It's that one that's like faith-based, and it's not the usual like faith-based film. Yes, it's a movie that tells the faith story of Pastor Greg Laurie after meeting this hippie preacher named Lonnie Frisbee. And what's cool is it's kind of all true. It was set in the 60s and 70s during the Jesus movement. And I'm telling you, Rock, you would absolutely love the soundtrack. It's really good. Your dad raised you on that stuff.
What did you like about the movie?
I like that the movie's about a guy searching for identity and inclusion and truth. And even though it's set in the 70s, man, it's exactly what people are looking for today. And the answer is Jesus. It's the same then as it is now. And I also really liked that it didn't paint a perfect picture of the church either.
Really?
Yeah, like it showed men's egos kind of getting in the way of God, and it showed the intolerance of people inside of faith. But it also showed that despite that, if we just get out of the way, revival is possible.
So what did you not like about the movie?
That I wasn't in it. Like that bothered me a little bit. I got to tell you, the Irwins, they cast Kelsey Grammer, and he's great. They got Jesus from The Chosen. I mean, that's a great get, but they could have had me for a whole lot less. But in the end, man, I really thought it was a great movie.
If you want to check it out and hopefully enjoy it as much as Wally did, it's in theaters right now.
Attention, please.
Uplifting Way FM. Celebrities are just like you and me. Except, of course, for the mansions, tigers, and sequins. It's The Rock Report with Betty Rock.
Chris Hemsworth, you know him better as Thor in all of those Marvel comic movies. Well, in real life, he's the father of 3, a daughter and twin boys. And his sons, they recently celebrated their 9th birthday. To commemorate the special day, Hemsworth posted on his socials a family photo. Precious.
Yeah.
It's a photo of his sons with their birthday cake. And Hemsworth's wife, as well as the boy's mother, she's taking one of the boys' head and pushing it into the cake. Kind of like a funny joke.
Yeah.
Like, you know, push the kid's head in.
It's a great
the
mom
cake.
moment. When a kid is 1, everyone puts a cake on their plate and they
Yes.
want to see how messy their kids can get. And yeah, so you're just pushing the kid's face in the cake. It's funny.
Yeah. Well, not long after he posted that photo, commenters on the photo were calling the whole thing, quote, violent.
Oh, for the love.
Unfunny.
Oh, boo.
And even likened it to abuse.
No, do not do that. Okay, normally I save my rants for the aftercast, which you can get for free by texting something.
TWS
to 91979. But you're going to get a rant here. Stop equating things to real things. This is not abuse. This child is not being abused. It's a goofy moment with his parents that he will remember and laugh about. It's not abuse. You water down real abuse when you call things like this abuse. You water down racism when you call things that aren't racist. You need to stop this. You are ruining our society.
Well, if you see the photo, you can see that the kids are laughing along.
Of course.
The sister, of course, is helping push the kid's face in the
Yes,
cake.
that's what you do in a family. You have fun. If you're not doing that, you are so uptight. So stop bringing your uptightness into other people's family. You want to be miserable? Be miserable on your own. Stop posting.
And I think that's what we have to just come to terms with. There's always going to be those trolls out there that have nothing better to do than to pull down someone else because they don't want to be down there all by themselves, so they have to pull others down.
Because here's a guy that's posting a picture of his family, lets you in on it. Like, here you go. He's an actor, famous. Here's a little fun thing with my family. And then it ruins that moment for them and his family. He's like, well, I can't post anything because of all these people. Because people wake up every day wanting to be offended and they got nothing better to do. Get a life. And start finding some joy in your life, okay? Now, again, like this is what the Aftercast is. It's me ranting a lot, so I apologize if you're jarred by this. Then but slightly intrigued, get our Aftercast
Yeah, maybe
for free.
the Aftercast is for you.
It's our
Text
podcast.
TWS, that's The Wally Show, TWS to 91979.
And if you're offended by anything I just said, post on Chris Hemsworth's page or go do something else with your life because I don't care. All right, there you go. Yeah, that felt good.
You feel better?
I do feel better. That's what's fun about this job. It's cathartic for me. And I know that there are other people that are like, I wish I could yell like that at work, but I can't. Well, I can. It feels good. I'm probably getting fired today. That'd be funny. I can do anything I want, and then I can't.
Hilarious.
Betty's like, I need this job. All right, that's going to do it for your Aftercast. Or no, your Rock Report.
There we go.
Thank you. Uplifting Way FM. This is the Wally Show. And one of the things we talk about inside of Christian circles a lot of times, having an accountability partner. How's your heart? Just make sure you're keeping on the straight and narrow kind of thing. But Betty Rock realized that she needs an accountability partner at work and kind of in life.
That's true, because just the other day, I locked myself out for the third time in probably 2 months from my own computer. I can't remember passwords.
And I get that, because you have a password for everything. But what I do to solve that is I just write them all down and have them one list on my phone and then a duplicate list on my laptop.
That's what normal people do.
Yes.
Well, and that's why I'm asking you two to be my accountability partners in keeping me accountable on keeping a password list.
Yes.
Because I can't do anything anymore.
I will write it for you.
Everything needs a password. And the problem is that some places are like, you need to have a certain amount of characters for this one, or you need a punctuation mark for this one. Well, then I do so many different adaptions of the same password that it's like, I don't know which one is which.
I have the same thing. That's why I write them down. You need to write them down. She literally has a guy at work here that helps her with this. And you know how you can save your face, do Face ID on your phone? You can save multiple faces. She has his face on her phone so that he could help her with things like this.
Because I have so many IT issues.
That is codependent, and you need help. Okay? Seek
That's
help,
where
Rock.
you come in.
I know. Gavin and I are committed to this. We're going to be your accountability
and
partners.
listen, maybe it's one flaw of my character. One and only flaw of my character.
Sure.
I can't remember my own passwords.
Okay. So what do you need an accountability partner for? Betty Rock obviously needs it for passwords. What would your accountability partner be needed for? Now, I get it. If you're battling addiction, totally understand that. We're kind of having fun with this. It's not like the serious, I'm totally addicted, or I want to cheat on my spouse kind of thing. Totally get that, okay?
We're going to password.
Yeah, hope you work that out. But this is more the lighter side of I need an accountability partner for this, all right? 855-33-WAY-FM. That's 855-33-WAY-FM. What is the accountability partner you could use in your life? So, Amy, what's an accountability partner you could use?
Well, actually, I found one. I've got some death allergies to foods, egg and dairy, and some nuts. But I was notorious for, grabbing something and being like, oh, yeah, I can eat that, and not reading the label, and then having problems like emergency room problems. And so my kids, when they were little, I would make them little sticker charts, right? You cleaned your room, or you ate your whole dinner, or whatever. You get a little sticker. Well, my kids decided that I needed a sticker chart. And so they literally made me a sticker chart, and my daughter drew it up, and it's kind of like Candyland, you're going through egg swamp and nut forest or whatever. And every time I make a good choice and I'm like, hey, can someone crack this egg for me so I can make this cake? Or, hey, can someone read this label and double check it? Then I get a little sticker. And when I get enough stickers, they're going to buy me, a little treat. So,
you know what? That is so sweet. And the fact that they do this for you, because you could end up in the hospital, means that they love you. It's like when my wife every morning reminds me to take my heart pills, I'm like, oh my gosh, she really loves me. She's not hiding them or replacing them with Tic Tacs, So, Robin, what is an accountability partner you need?
I need somebody to help me remember my orthodontist appointments, because I've literally showed up to the orthodontist for the third time on the wrong day.
Really? Are you that scared of it? Like that you can't look at your calendar and be like, okay, I'm going to go today. I think yours is kind of subconscious.
You need to have a calendar.
I do.
Do you not write them down?
Secretary something. Yes. Yeah, they give me those cute little cards.
Mm-hmm.
So you need someone to keep those cards for you and then call you the day before and say, hey, Robin, you need to show up for your orthodontist appointment tomorrow.
It'd be even better if I had some chauffeur to drive me.
Oh, well, now, yeah. I mean, for a minute, I thought you were crazy or off base for needing a personal assistant just to help you remember to go to the orthodontist. But now you need a chauffeur, too. Totally makes sense, Robin. Gavin, is there somebody that you could use an accountability partner for?
Yeah, I had two little things, and maybe you guys can help me decide which one is more important. The first one being a food in the beard The leftovers in the beard.
It's a good one.
Accountability partner, because I'll be hanging out and it'll be 10 minutes and I'll kind of reach up and be like, oh, why is this pizza still in my beard?
Yeah. Nobody
Didn't say
told
anything.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
And why is there a squirrel in my beard eating it?
Yeah.
You know, like you just never know.
An ecosystem.
Yeah.
Or the that shirt is too short for you. And I don't have a long torso, but this one I'm wearing today, if I like raise up enough,
please
you don't
put your
see,
arms down.
You see something you shouldn't see.
Yeah, we all need an accountability partner to that, or just someone to wash our eyes out. Would be helpful there. Like considering the damage that can happen to other people, I would go with the shirt accountability.
Yeah,
partner.
because the food in the beard really doesn't damage us as much as it does you, and the shirt situation damages everyone.
Kind of a necessity. I get that.
Okay, I get it.
We've shot things before where I've had a shirt on and they've been like shooting promo pictures and everything. They're like, okay, reach up and do this. I'm like, not a good day for that. Not wrong shirt for that move.
You need a longer shirt.
Yeah, exactly. I need a faux fighter like accountability partner. I have arguments in my head that have not even happened yet.
With people that don't even exist.
That's Betty Rock brings up a very good point. I found myself the other day having an argument with a new boss that is not even hired, and they don't even know who this person's going to be. But in my head, had already formulated an argument about this segment we do, and then in my head, I thought, okay, this person's going to have a problem with it, and they're going to try to shut it down, and I'm going to say, no, sir, we are going to keep doing this segment. It's great, and if you have a problem with that, I am quitting. Like
you quit in your faux fight?
My faux fight, it escalated to that point. Like I was like, what? Who in the right mind does this? I don't know. And I'm like, wow, I need somebody. And Betty's been really good about this. Like, she'll be like, okay, that's your first reaction. Let's take a step back. And so she actually has become a little bit of my accountability partner for like me wanting to saw a limb off behind me.
And let me tell you, it's a full-time job.
It really is, actually. And no benefits. I apologize for that.
Oh, I hate goodbyes, but there's still more fun to be found through our YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. Just search Wally Show. Don't forget to join our exclusive Potty Facebook group. You can find the link in the description of this podcast. And thanks to Colorado Christian University Online and United Faith Mortgage for supporting what we do.